If you don't like history but love drama, then you'll want to hear about these regretful inventors. Their stories are filled with ambition, innovation, and ultimately deep regret. These are tales of brilliant minds who, in their quest to push the boundaries of human knowledge and capability, ended up creating some of the most devastating tools of destruction known to mankind. J. Robert Oppenheimer, often referred to as the father of the atomic bomb, is a prime example. His work on the Manhattan Project led to the creation of a weapon of unprecedented destructive power. When the atomic bombs were dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki in August 1945, the world witnessed the horrifying potential of nuclear warfare. Oppenheimer later quoted the haunting line from the Bhagavad Gita, "Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds." This quote encapsulates the profound sense of guilt and responsibility he felt for the devastation his creation had caused. The images of the ruined cities, the countless lives lost, and the long-term effects of radiation weighed heavily on his conscience. Oppenheimer's reflections on his role in creating the atomic bomb reveal a man deeply troubled by the consequences of his work. Next, we turn to Fritz Haber, a brilliant chemist whose work on chemical warfare during World War I had far-reaching and tragic consequences. Haber developed chlorine gas, which was used as a weapon on the battlefields of Europe. This innovation marked the beginning of modern chemical warfare. What began as a scientific breakthrough in chemistry soon morphed into a tool of mass extermination. During the Holocaust, the same principles of chemical warfare were applied in the gas chambers, leading to the systematic murder of millions. Haber's legacy is forever marred by this dark chapter in history. Despite his contributions to science, the use of his work for such horrific purposes left a stain that can never be erased. He spent his later years grappling with the moral implications of his inventions. Biological warfare is another grim example of scientific advancements turned deadly. Researchers initially aimed to advance medicine and understand pathogens better. However, their work was co-opted to create biological weapons capable of unleashing deadly diseases on a massive scale. These scientists, who once sought to cure diseases, found their research being used to spread them instead. The ethical dilemmas they faced were profound, as they saw their contributions to science twisted into instruments of war and death. Many of these researchers later expressed deep regret for their contributions to such destructive power. They had hoped to improve human health and well-being, but instead their work brought suffering and death on an unimaginable scale. And let's not forget the guillotine, a device designed by Dr. Joseph Ignace Guillotine. Intended as a humane method of execution, it quickly became a symbol of mass death during the French Revolution. The guillotine was meant to be a more efficient and less painful way to carry out capital punishment. However, during the Reign of Terror, it was used to execute thousands of people, becoming a grim emblem of the revolution's excesses. The sight of the guillotine and the sound of its blade falling became synonymous with fear and death. Dr. Guillotine was horrified by the sheer number of lives it claimed. What he had envisioned as a more humane form of execution turned into a tool of mass slaughter. His name, forever linked to the device, became a symbol of the very brutality he had sought to mitigate. These stories remind us that inventions with potential can turn deadly when misused. The inventors, driven by a desire to push the boundaries of human knowledge and capability, often found themselves grappling with the unintended consequences of their creations. Even their creators are left questioning their actions, haunted by the damage they unleashed. The weight of their contributions to human suffering is a heavy burden to bear, and many spent their later years reflecting on the moral implications of their work. History is full of lessons, and these are some of the most chilling. The stories of these regretful inventors serve as a stark reminder of the dual-edged nature of human innovation. While the pursuit of knowledge and progress is essential, it must always be tempered with a deep sense of responsibility and ethical consideration. Only then can we hope to avoid repeating the mistakes of the past and ensure that our advancements truly benefit humanity.